The Coaching Edge. Executive Coaching. Book 2. By Santiago Machain. Narrated by Santiago Machain. Published by TekTime. Chapter 1. The Coaching Conversation in Action. A coaching conversation is not a typical workplace discussion. It's not a performance review, a casual check-in, or a strategic brainstorm. It's something distinct, an intentional, focused, and dynamic interaction that holds space for reflection, challenge, and transformation. In leadership coaching, these conversations become the core vehicle for growth. They are where self-awareness is cultivated, where assumptions are tested, and where new perspectives take root. While each coaching conversation is unique, there are consistent elements and rhythms that give the experience both structure and meaning. When these conversations are conducted skillfully, they become moments of powerful insight and change. At the heart of every coaching conversation is presence. The coach must be fully engaged, not just physically but mentally and emotionally. They must show up not to direct, diagnose, or impress, but to listen, reflect, and partner. This kind of presence is rare in most professional interactions. It's more than maintaining eye contact or nodding in the right places. It means tuning into the client's words, tone, emotions, body language, and even what's not being said. It means setting aside judgment and staying curious, no matter where the conversation leads. Presence allows the coaching space to feel safe, open, and expansive, qualities that are essential for the client to speak freely and access deeper levels of insight. A coaching conversation typically begins with a check-in. This isn't a superficial, "How are you?" but an opportunity for the client to center themselves, reflect on what's current, and set the direction for the session. The coach might ask, "What would make this conversation most valuable for you today?" Or, "What's top of mind for us to explore?" These questions do more than set an agenda, they invite ownership. They remind the client that they are leading the conversation, and the coach is there to serve their agenda, not their own. Sometimes the check-in surfaces a clear, urgent topic. Other times it opens the door to a more exploratory session. Both are valid and valuable. As the conversation unfolds, the coach listens for themes, values, challenges, and opportunities. They don't just listen to respond, they listen to understand. This kind of deep listening includes noticing contradictions, shifts in tone, hesitations, or moments when energy spikes. The coach may reflect back what they hear, offering the client a chance to hear themselves in a new way. For example, a coach might say, "I noticed you got really quiet when you mentioned your team's feedback. What's going on there?" Or, "You've mentioned the word alignment several times. Can you tell me what that means to you?" These reflections and questions are not random, they are shaped by the coach's intuitive and analytical understanding of the client's experience. The power of the coaching conversation lies in the questions. But not just any questions. Coaching questions are designed to evoke awareness, deepen insight, and provoke new thinking. They are open-ended, spacious, and often surprisingly simple. A good coaching question doesn't direct the client toward a particular answer, it invites them to explore. It might be, "What's the bigger picture here?" or "What do you really want in this situation?" or "What would happen if you did nothing?" These kinds of questions interrupt the client's usual patterns of thought and help them access a more reflective, creative mindset. What makes coaching conversations different from other professional dialogues is the emphasis on holding space rather than filling it. Coaches do not rush to offer solutions or advice. They do not dominate the airtime. Instead, they allow silence to do its work. Silence can feel uncomfortable, especially in fast-paced business environments where efficiency is prized. But in coaching, silence is often where the magic happens. It gives the client room to think, to feel, and to find their own answers. The coach stays present but does not fill the silence unless it serves the client's process. Another key feature of coaching conversations is the balance between support and challenge. The coach creates a space
Sample complete. Ready to continue?